Welcome, Tau Law class members and hopefully all the future members. I would like to introduce you to the new video layout that we will have from the recordings produced from our Zoom class meetings. The new layout is hopefully cleaner, more organized, and more beneficial in the long run than just the recording that Zoom itself made of how the class was conducted. A lot of the information that Zoom was recording, we don't need for the end product. The things that I'm showing you in class is what we actually need, and so on and so forth. And this new layout will give us that. So hopefully you will all like this and appreciate this, and it will be how we do classes in the future. That said, do be aware that in Zoom, you may not be able to read things as well as you could in the past because of how the recording is being done. Um, Everything that you will see in Zoom is being piped into you from OBS Studio, which is what I'm using to make these videos from now on. Therefore, the video feed you see will be my video, hence it will be small compared to the entire window as it used to be. However, the finished video product will be full screen. It will have everything in it that you need without a lot of the extraneous stuff that we don't. Okay, we don't need all the various participants on video, et cetera, et cetera. So that using OBS has been removed. And now when you review the video, you will see that your web window takes up the entire screen in the video except for the participants list and the small cameo videos of me at the top and the class date at the very bottom of the captured window. But it will be the layout henceforth for all that we do. I am sending this video out in the hopes that if people will take a look at it and watch it all the way through and give me some feedback, I can improve upon this if need be. I would like to know your opinions about what you like about it, what you don't like about it, whether or not it appears too busy or whatever, or distracting from what you're actually trying to learn. But hopefully you will like it, and hopefully it will facilitate the process of learning this subject. Now, that said, I am going to show you the class intro video. This is basically the background video that will be playing when you first join the meeting. You can join the meeting up to 10 minutes prior to the scheduled time of 7 o'clock. In that 10 minutes, you will be in basically what will amount to a waiting room. In the waiting room, this video will be playing. There is audio for it. So it'll be kind of hard for y'all to have discussions while you're in that room because you'll be having to talk over the audio from the video. It's just there to keep you entertained long enough for us to get everybody in and get ready for class. So please don't take that as me trying to drown you out. I just want you to know that I'm doing this for everyone's benefit to try to make it enjoyable to be in the class and to participate. Now, that said, let's start the intro video. I'm not going to play and record the whole thing for this video, but be aware that the waiting area is open for 10 minutes. This video is slightly less than or 5 minutes, so it will loop at least twice while you're in there. That said, at 7 o'clock, we will move from the waiting room into the host room, and I'll explain that after we get done with the intro. So let's cue the intro and see how this will be going on in class when you log in.
Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. But they fought with expert timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping them up, they were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knew their part. From a fainting to a slip, and a kicking from the hip. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Yeah. But they fought with expert timing. There was Funky Billy Chin and Little Sammy Chung. He said,
All right, folks, as you can see, that's the intro video that will be playing when you first join the meeting, if you join the meeting prior to 7 o'clock. As you can see now, we are in the host view. The host view is set up this way. As you can see, we've got the main camera. This is where I will be just doing general discussion when I'm not making any specific reference to a web resource or a book resource or anything like that from the computer. So this is what you will see. Now, this view has two cameras. This is my left-hand camera, okay, or I'm sorry, this is my right-hand camera, and this is my left-hand camera, okay? So, given that, we've got multiple views here. We've got the roster of class participants down the right side of the screen, and at the bottom, we've got the class date, okay? That is how this particular section of the video will look. Now, on top of this, we have our sources scene, which is where we do our review of things from my computer, whatever web windows we want to look at, applications, such as when we do the flowchart we looked at earlier on in this series of classes, etc., etc. All windows that are captured for output to you guys will be displayed here. Now, in Zoom, it will be much smaller because as participants come into class, my video window shrinks in Zoom. However, on the recording, it will be the same size all the time regardless, and you will not see all of the video from the class participants. You will only see the participants in the list to the right. Now, the individual section of this particular scene are the captured web window, which, as you can see, we can look at multiple things in multiple tabs from this window. We can do pretty much anything we want inside of this particular web browser, and you guys will see it in the finished video and in Zoom. Now, to the right, again, we have our participants list. Above the participants list, we have the two camera views that we saw before, just on a much smaller scale. Okay? And down at the bottom, once again, we have the actual class date. The class date will be visible no matter what screen you're on throughout the entire video. So you will always know which date the video you're looking at was made. So you'll know which class session that was. Now, once we have concluded our class for the evening, we will go to the closing scene. The closing scene is this, along with the motto for the class. Thank you all for being here, and may this knowledge serve as a lamp upon your path. Good night. Again, we have our logo, and then at the bottom we have the actual class date. Once all this is done and everyone is ready to be logged out, the video will fade to black. All right, that's how this will end. I will get this uploaded, and I hope you all enjoy it, and please give me feedback on what you think of this just as quickly as you can so I can make any adjustments before we start resuming classes. I want this to be good and enjoyable for all of us. Y'all have a great night, and God bless.